Coming at you from Tokyo, Japan, my name is Dave and this is my Toyota Altezza.
In the last video, you watched us remove the rear subframe. Now, I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of different stuff at once because of paint drying schedules, but I decided to edit the videos in a one thing at a time kind of deal. Hopefully that makes them more interesting and more useful, but it does mean that continuity is all over the place. Yeah. I'm removing the diff and sending it to a shop.
That's nuts. I can't believe that worked. Who's bleeding? Oh, me.
I have changed diff gears before by myself, but I didn't enjoy it, so it's best I just give it to someone who knows what they're doing. And you'll find out later on that it's a good thing I did.
So, I think upper arms, I already doused them in WD-40, so hopefully they come out fairly easily. Alright, here we go. Holy shit. What's going to happen here is we're going to create another bendy spanner.
Oh, that's tight. What the hell? How the hell did I get this thing off?
Hey, there we go. Put that on there.
Yep, up there.
And then put this on there.
Oh, baby.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the wrong tool for that job. Yeah. Look at this.
Oh, well, you gotta be...
Why didn't we get the impact? Is it right there? Oh, yeah, but none of the bits are with it. Ooh!
Might wanna need a bit. Oh, my ears.
Hey! It's a bit stiff. But how are you doing that, Dave? I can't see. Can't see from there. Well, see what I do is, I move this, let's just move my entire tripod system over. Lifting up on this, just take the weight off it. Simple as that. It's never an easy process. You just have to keep hitting it. Eventually, the shock will make it let go. There it is.
There we go. Yeah, just needed 3 taps.
Is that rust just falling off it? Now we can hit this edge with the air chisel or air hammer. That one's going to need pressing. Yeah, so that might be more difficult than that one because the air hammer is going to do all the work here. Yeah, I'm more worried about this side than this side. I can hear a doo-dar, doo-dar. Oh, oh. I don't feel like I'm getting anywhere.
It's getting there, Dave, believe me. There you go.
Are you afraid?
Hell yeah.
Why? It can't come out.
It's still scary.
Why?
Whoa. Big angry goo.
Come on, motherfucker, come on. Are you sure?
I'm sure I did this 4 times.
Maybe my air hammer's weak. Real hammer. Just needs to stay on the bench. Is it just me or does by hand work better? Nothing. Hey, what about like that? Hey, hey-oh, winner! Yeah, it's moving. Alright, turn the air compressor off, that didn't do shit. Oh, another one? I forgot there was another one. I thought we were done. That sucked balls. Why was that so hard? Here we go. What do you think of the Astro Products air hammer? It's a piece of shit. I feel like we're already moving. Need a bench vise. Get the out of there. Hey! Oh, shit. What if the hammer's just not big enough? Hey, that's 4. Upper arms are done. Oh, wait, that thing. Oh, God, just shoot me. All right, so we've got a bunch of ridiculous shit. We've got something for the bush to push into, a socket to push the bush through, and then a pipe running through the whole thing onto the press. And this is sketchy, to say the least. Never back off. Never back down. Oh! Yeah, we're gonna just check that. Yeah, it moved. It moved.
Is the socket the right side, however?
Well, that's a very good question, and one that I can't really answer, honestly. I don't know if it's... I mean, it looks right, but it might press in. Yeah, the socket will become the bush. It's going to pop again. I hate this. I feel like that's too much.
I feel like the pipe is being... Maybe I'm just going crazy. Safety.
Safety for what?
It's going down.
Is it really?
I see it going.
You see it? Oh! Glorious. Great. How hard did it go in? Oh, not very.
Hard.
I'm just pushing on the rubber, so this might do nothing, but it's worth a try. Once the sleeve goes down and lets go, all of that force of the rubber is going to release, and the whole thing's going to explode. It'll be encased in here for the most part, but that's going to fall down.
And just
Hopefully, everything in there will stay there.
Yeah.
This is...
Oh!
Yeah, well...
It's out! It didn't
Hey! Well, I mean, it did. It exploded. It did explode. Yeah. Yeah. One more. Is this going in? It might be. Scary. Oh! Oh! Lordy, lordy.
Oh, I see it moving. I see the sleeve moving.
Is it?
Yep.
Yep. And, yep. Yep. Explosion. But, yeah, that's that done. Next, brass wire wheel on the Milwaukee, just to get the rust out of there. I think it's mostly dirt that's coming off. It's a bit cold. Got this end taped up. Got the drill with a wire brush in it. And I'm just going over here, taking off the loose paint, the rust and the dirt. If you own a tripod company that makes shit easy, reach out and I'll give your product a go. It's just a lot of this. I can't really see what I'm doing because the light behind me is reflecting off the face shield. So I can't really see through the face shield. It's quite shit, really. I really would like to clean this up with soap and water, but it's just going to get wet inside and take hours to dry, and I don't want to do that. I could use the air blower, I could use some heat, but I just don't want to. So to clean it, I'm using this, and also this is silicone off in a spray bottle. Make a spark and cause a fire, just to make things interesting. And we're getting a lot of stuff off. Use some parts cleaner too. You would think I'd have more space now that the vise is gone, but I don't. Like, the paint just asks you to remove dirt, flaky paint, flaky rust, and it'll do the rest. I'm really just putting in some effort because if I had this done at a shop, they would put in 0 effort and just spray over the whole lot. How do you know that? Well, because I've seen them do it. Typically, they'll just spray over everything. Underbody paint will take care of it, but, I mean, it doesn't. You could spend all day doing this, but it's just not worth it. You could send them away for sandblasting and powder coating. As long as you slow down the rust, I think it'll be fine. One more round with the spray, just to make sure there's no residual silicone spray on it or anything that's going to mess up our paint job. It's going to mess up the paint job more than it's going to be messed up because I'm painting it. I am not a good painter. The amount of crap coming off now is less than it was before. What's happening with the Alto, Dave? Nothing. Nothing at all. It's just chilling there. But I want to see you work on it. Well, me too, but one car at a time. That was the motto for 2025, and the Altezza still needs attention, so not doing anything until that's done. I worked on the cappuccino because I thought the Altezza was done, but I mean, it wasn't. Got them hanging up here, both prepped. Do not fool yourself into thinking that this is going to be a nice job. They're just going to be black. I'm going to spray them with some anti-rust paint first, which is grey, thin coats of that, and then spray them black. Just blast them. Spray paint I've used before. And it's already reacting. That's not good. Whatever. That's when I realized this one isn't prepped properly. I have to tape the inside of the hole so I don't get paint in there. This isn't really a special technique, but some people don't know it, so I'll show you anyway. So I'm going to get little strips of tape, feed it through the hole and press it on. Make sure it's sealed and repeat. And then go the whole way around it. You want a decent overlap because you want to cover the whole thing. See how on this one there's that little triangle there? You don't want that. So I'm gonna have to put another piece of tape on there. Okay, so the whole inside is taped. Take a little hammer and just tap that edge. Don't have to hit it hard, just repeatedly. Now I can't obviously get into this space in here. So for that, I'm gonna use the back edge of a cutter and just rub. All right, that should have exposed the edge. Now you can just peel this off. You should be able to peel this off pretty damn cleanly. This only works for smooth edges. If your edge is all roughed up, it's not gonna work. There's a dozen different ways to do this. This is my favorite. Like everything in this project, it doesn't have to be perfect. Right, one down, one to go. We're done here. Clean it up to get my fingerprints off it, and then get some paint on it. I'll be using chassis black for these. It's just an acrylic, I believe. No, it's a lacquer. I probably didn't need to use that other paint because that's a lacquer as well. This is probably the same shit, or maybe even better. Hopefully it doesn't react to the other stuff and bubble and crack, but we'll see. That'll do for first coat. I've got a fan up there, so don't worry. I can't even smell the paint. I think these are going to be okay. You just grab the edge, peel it back through, and it comes off. Quite easy. Grease on the fingers.
These are the StrongFlex bushes, and part numbers will be in the description.
It's going to press in really easy. Look at that. Easy. Here. Yeah, they press in so easy. Push the metal sleeve in. Doesn't want to go in. Plastic hammer. Perfect. Put some grease in this hole. Easy. I've just got grease everywhere. It's all over me. So easy to get in. Probably should be wearing gloves. It wouldn't stop the fact that I'm getting it everywhere. If I was wearing gloves, the gloves would be transferring it to everything rather than my fingers transferring it to everything. I don't really like wearing gloves, so I think no gloves or gloves, no real difference. Right, that's pressed in. Okay, cool. Need to take the tape off the ball joint. Number 2, you're not wearing a mic. Yeah, I kind of forgot. The tape came away perfectly. Let's get some SMA in there. That's well greasy. Did you put too much in there? I don't know if you can put too much in, but I definitely put a lot in there. It's kind of hard to mess this up because the front one's considerably smaller than the rear. You couldn't accidentally do that, you know what I mean? And they're non-directional. It's not like this one goes here and that one goes there. And I got a shit ton in there. That's in. Need to do the inside. Another sachet of grease. Greasy. I don't want to go in. Go in. I can grease up this one with my palm. Okay, I really do have grease everywhere. It's just so much grease. All lift off in one go. That'd be kind of cool. Hey, goodbye. Number 2. When you're putting this tape on, spare a thought for future you that has to get it off. I didn't, and now I'm struggling. Hey, there we go. Done. That's the second one ready to go. It just wouldn't go in. I tried hitting this with a hammer. Like, I even damaged some of the paint trying to get it in there. Wouldn't go in. So what I did was do this one this way, and this one this way, and it becomes a press or a pusher. And it'll just push this wall out. You only want to move it maybe 1 millimeter, maybe less. Get 2 17mm spanners, and we're just gonna... The ridiculousness of this. Dave, you need some lights. Yeah, I do. I really do. Some under-car lighting. Right, so you just do this, and it's not gonna take a lot. That's probably it, like that. Now we loosen them off. Just enough so the whole lot can come out of there. Yep. There we go. Now, this should fit quite easily. Or even still. There we go. Any force that we use to push this out, this bolt going in and being done up to whatever torque it needs to be, will bring those arms back in again. To encounter that problem, that's how you do it. All you need is a threaded rod, 2 washers, and 2 nuts. Try to get big washers if you can. And there it is, it's in. Easy. Really?